What is going on, brothers? Welcome back to another video. Thank you so much for tuning in today. My name is Ula Jordan Hartman, and I am going to be breaking down why God wants us to die first in order for us to regrow into the developed self that we want to be, and who the old version of ourselves, maybe the current version, he wants that to die so that we can become the truest, highest version of ourselves. So, straight from the Bible, I'm going to be getting right into it. Let's go to John chapter 12, and this is verse number 24. I have it written up here on the board, but I'm going to read it from my book because I'm going to leave it a little bit further. Now the time has come for the Son of Man to enter into his glory. If I tell you the truth, unless a kernel of wheat is planted in the soil and dies, it remains alone. But its death will produce many kernels, a beautiful harvest of new lives. Okay? Now, the reason why I'm using that verse, I'm going to step over here real quick. Disregard this. My son came in here and wrote all over the corkboard, and I can't erase it, so it's okay. If you got kids, you'll understand. But basically what the Lord is saying, unless a kernel of wheat is planted in the soil and dies, it remains alone. But its death will produce many new kernels, a plentiful harvest of new life. Okay? This is the ground right here. Okay? Now this right here, this is you. This is the out of shape, unhappy, unmotivated. That's you. Okay? You are that kernel of wheat. And until you take this out of shape, unhappy, unmotivated version of yourself, and until you take it and plant it, it's a horrible stick figure, until you plant it under the ground and make sure that that version of yourself dies, okay, you're always going to be here. That has to be buried 6 feet deep. That version of you has to be buried 6 feet deep in order for you to develop and grow in who you want you to be. And God wants you to be the best version of yourself. That's why he talks about this stuff in the Bible. That's why I'm bringing this up to you. God wants you to be the highest level version of yourself. He truly wants that for you. But first, you must get over the thoughts in your head, and you must kill that old version of yourself. Now, once it's here, what does it say once it's here? It remains alone. But it's death. So boom, this old version of you has now died. You are done. Once you've made that decision, this is what happens. Its death will produce many new kernels, a plentiful harvest of new life. Now, what exactly does that mean? Okay, we're going to cross this version out of you. You're going to start watering yourself. Now, how do you start watering yourself? Okay? Disregard my pail. My pail looks horrible. Right? Diet, exercise, relationship with God improves. XYZ. You start reading books on self-development, reading books. Overall, you start working on you through diet, exercise. You start working on your relationship with God. You start reading self-development books. You start putting the effort into you. That is when you will have a plentiful harvest of new lives. That is when you will rise up, and the new version of you, I'm going to draw some biceps on there. I'm going to draw nice, cool hair, right? That version of you that you always wanted to be. I'm going to even draw some big calves. Because that's what I want. I want big calves. I want big calves. And I'm going to keep working until I get them. But this is where God wants us to be. He wants us to be the highest level version of ourselves. And in order to do so, you have to kill that old you. That out of shape version of you that could be past, that could be right this second. That unhappy version. That unmotivated version. That old you that is holding you back from everything that you ever want to become. You're going to take it, you're going to bury it 6 feet deep, and you're going to start watering it. You start watering it with diet, exercise. You start working on your relationship with God. You start reading books. You could be watching videos. There could be a million different things that you can do. But ultimately, diet, exercise, and through the fitness and health, you will rise, live a plentiful harvest of new lives. And that, my friends, is what God wants for us. So if there's something holding you back, I'm going to come over here. If there is something holding you back from killing that old version of you, and you're watching this video, this is a sign. This is a sign that God is speaking into your life. He wants you to bury this old you, and He wants you to live a plentiful harvest of a new life. And He wants you to water yourself and grow yourself and develop yourself into the new you. So if you needed a sign, there it is. God says it in the Bible. He wants you to be the absolute best version of you. I'm going to close this video out now because I think I've said enough and made enough of an impact. If you've liked this video, please drop a comment. Please like. And if you want to work with me one-on-one to achieve your fitness goals, I will personally help you lose 20 to 40 pounds within the next 180 days. I will personally work with you until you get to 20 to 40 pounds within the next 180 days. And if you do not lose 20 to 40 pounds within the next 180 days, I will refund you your money. That's how confident I am that I can help you. We're going to grow you, develop you through fitness and health, and turn you into the man you've always wanted to become. Closing it out there. Have a God blessed of a day today.